Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm the
And this is a review of something I never thought I would have. But I saved up a ton of Sideshow rewards points. And also got a Black Friday discount. And now I got it. And it is ridiculously huge. And heavy. Like, I got the gigantic shipper box. I'm like, holy crap, that's big. And I opened it up and thought, well, it's probably going to be a smaller box inside. Nope, it's the same size, just inside that box.
Yeah, I thought there would be like packaging or styrofoam in between, but no.
So there's no way the box is going to fit up on this table, at least not very well, but I'm going to try and see if it works. Okay, so you might not be able to tell, but I actually did get the box to fit on our review area. Sort of. There's, well, it's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but it takes up our entire review area. You see, there's the sides. Maybe you can't see. There you go. That's how much room is in between there and over there. There's all our junk on the side. Yeah, it's not going to work too well on this table. Okay, so there we are standing on top of the gigantic box. It's so big. You can see a nice picture of it on the front. Yeah, it's got the Star Wars thing on the top. I guess we can start opening it up because it's going to be hard. It's just so big. And there's styrofoam inside. It says it's QC passed. Doom. And then there's all this in there. We were already messing with this, trying to figure out what was what. There's a bunch of pieces in there, like parts of its jaw, its arms, Salacious Crumb pieces.
A bag of pillows and blankets.
Yeah. And right here, pull that out. You can see the tip, well, you can't see it, but that's the tippy top of his head, little point on the top of Jabba's head. But, fragile. Like, got a little wine glass there. I got a warning from Fu Manchu from Fu Reviews that this little Salacious Crumb ears are very fragile and could break, because he's seen a review where that happened. These little danglies broke off, so try to be careful with that.
You know, there's probably a warning that you're not supposed to take this out when you're drunk.
Probably, and we were drinking. Probably a bad idea, but we're going to do it anyway.
It's your idea if anything happens.
Well, that's still taped on there. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit there. I'm going to have to unpack. What's that? Oh, that's his little thing he smokes from, that little glass thing. I don't know how we should do this. Do we show us unwrapping every one of these? I don't think that really matters, does it? We just take them out, then show what the next layer is under there. Okay, so we got all that out of there. There's a lot of stuff to get out. And there is the big massive Jabba down in there. It's kind of funny because he's got no eyes or mouth. And there's a piece of his throne. So we'll take him out. And I think there's another layer underneath with his actual base throne thing. And there's what I believe is the bottom layer with his base thing. So after a ton of work, we got him all opened up and all of his parts laid out. And man, he is so big! I forgot that his tail kind of hangs off of his throne. And it makes it a little harder. Because I was thinking, as long as the throne fits, it would be pretty good. But it still all fits. It's just, I had to shift the throne over a little more. Man, there's so much stuff. All them pillows. All them pillows and blankets are so nice looking. Then he's got 4 arms to choose from. And then there's Salacious Crumb with all of his parts and alternate parts. Got a whole bunch of Jabba eyeballs and drinks. This little frog and a plate of food.
Nice cups.
Yep. And there's hookah. And then it's got these alternate jaws you can use. And of course his base. One issue we had, when we took the tissue paper that was surrounding this little thing with the frog in it, the tissue paper is like glued to it almost. It's like...
Yeah, it was stuck on the whole bottom part.
I'm sure we can get it off. Like, if we can't just get it off with soap and water or whatever, we probably use Goo Gone. hopefully that won't mess anything up with the color or anything. But we'll get it off. But yeah, this thing is so huge. And I was kind of like, the price of him, I was kind of like thinking, I mean, that's why I never wanted to just buy him, because it was this almost
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. But now seeing him in person, I do get why they charge so much, because it is just so big.
He's absolutely humongous.
Yes. And there's so much detail that they put in there with all of his wrinkles and all the detail on his base. It is just ridiculous. Like, I get why they charge that much. But I still probably would have bought it if I didn't have all them reward points and stuff. But just because of the price. Not that it's not worth that. It's just...
We just couldn't afford to spend that much money.
Yeah.
And if we did have $800, there's other shit we need to buy.
Yeah.
That we actually need.
Yeah. But I got it like over half off. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, you got a really good deal on him.
And Fu Manchu also made me get it. I was thinking,
Goaded you into it.
Well, I was thinking, do I want to wait? Maybe I should wait and get some more rewards points so it's even cheaper. But he was like, well, you got it about down to slightly expensive 6 skill that you would normally buy. And I'm like, yeah. And then there was a Black Friday deal, which was like $80 off.
And just think how long it would have taken you to get enough of those rewards things to equal out that $80.
Yeah.
And by then it could have been gone.
Yeah, I was also worried to be gone. Another thing, I was also wondering if Hot Toys would end up making a Jabba, but another thing is, who knows when, if it did come out, it would be years and years before it actually released.
And it would probably cost even more than this one.
Maybe. I'm still glad I got it, but we gotta start putting them together. That's gonna be crazy. I don't even know where to start. Maybe I guess get his rugs and stuff underneath of them. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe we should look at the base without him on it first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be tough.
We should, if we're gonna look at the base, we should definitely do it now and not after we've set all this shit up.
Yeah. Here's a look at the base without him on it. And they did a pretty awesome job on it. This was one of my favorite things when I was the original version for the original Jabba the Hutt figure from the 80s. Had the little base, and then it opened up. It was weird. You can open it up, and there's like a compartment where you can stick prisoners, and then you lay it down, and you could see them through there. And so I always thought that was kind of gross, because he's big fat Jabba's laying up there, might be pooping on you and stuff.
Oozing through the cracks.
Yeah, I was like, that's disgusting. Because I think that what they were going for was they're trying to make it seem sort of like the thing where you drop people down in for the rancor, but instead it was a prison underneath his base. I'm glad this doesn't include that, because it wouldn't make sense, because it's not really anything from the movies. They just made it up for the toy. But the detail on this looks so good. It looks like it's made of real rock and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And it even has these drips coming down on the front.
Yeah. That looks awesome. And then the railing back there. I can't remember if the original figure had this railing or not. But that looks really nice. It looks like it's made of metal or something. It's not, I don't think.
It looks like cast iron almost.
Yeah. And then you got his little thing where he keeps his frogs that he eats or whatever the hell.
And it's got all this like patina dribbled around here like it's from the water splashing.
Yeah. Some kind of control up here. I think I might be what maybe he presses that for the drop the trap door or something. But that's really cool. Then on the front he's got them little like heads sticking out with the rings in them. The rings can actually move around and they look weathered. That's awesome. And then there's one on each side too. So now I guess we gotta get the blankets laid down. Here's one blanket that looks like it's made from some type of animal. Not sure what exactly. And here's the other blanket. It's all tattered. What side is the top? I'm assuming this side, but well, maybe this side's the top. It looks cooler. Okay, Zombie Cat was looking at pictures, and from what she can tell, it looks like that's where those rugs go. And here's the Salacious Crumb's pillow. It's got it sewn down in for his butt to fit. So we gotta stick them on there and then throw the rest of the pillows on. So there's where they show one of Sideshow's official pictures, the pillow's at. And we got these.
Sort of.
Yeah. And these two we just threw back here because I'm not sure where they go exactly. But I mean, I
You
guess
can just do whatever you want.
Yeah, you could do that too. Because I know there's like pillows and stuff laying there, but I don't remember how they are in the movie, so it's not that big a deal if they're rearranged a little bit. Yeah, there's Jabba's big body. It just looks so weird without its parts, so we gotta stick some parts in there.
He needs a face.
Yeah, we got the 6 different eyes. I guess we'll put the wide open eyes first. They're magnetic. And they just kind of fit in there. Some of them, sometimes you can see the seams a little bit. But it's not too bad.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, with how wrinkly he is too.
It makes it blend in.
Yeah. And then
Do the closed mouth.
which one's closed? This one?
Isn't it this?
That one's open. Okay. Yeah, there's his closed mouth. Now that one you can kind of see the seam a little more than you can with the eyes because you can see it there a little bit. It's not too bad. There's one thing that might be good about a Hot Toys version is they might have a movable jaw, but who knows. It still looks really good. And we gotta stick some arms on. They're also magnetic, I believe. And there he is, put together. So, looking at him, his body, I mean, he did an excellent job on him, I think. The sculpt is just ridiculous. And the paint is, there's like so much color in him. Mm-hmm. Like I always thought of him as just like a big green, yellow thing, but they got all kinds of colors in here making him look nice. I like all the wrinkles and, I don't know if you call these stretch marks or what you call them, but they kind of look like stretch marks. There's so much paint, like it's kind of like a yellowish brown down here, and it goes up into the yellow and then green and darker greens. Mm-hmm. A lot going on. And then his face has a lot of detail. Some disgusting looking snot coming out of his nose. It's all glossy and gross looking. He's got his big eyes, they're all glossy, painted really nice. And then even like the lines going down his arms are painted real good. And his tattoo, I have to pull this off to show it.
He's got like rigatoni arms.
Yeah. There's a little tattoo on there. I never even noticed this when I watched the movie. I found out later that he had a tattoo.
Yeah, when we were opening the arms, I thought it was a boo-boo. I'm like, oh, wait, yeah.
I think it's a boo-boo on his tail.
Yeah. Probably from it hanging off of there all the time, so we really ran into it on accident.
I think he may have been attacked. Probably attacked by somebody. I guess we can put his hookah on there. Oh, this is one thing. Zombie Cat noticed this. It's crimped right here from being in the package this way. We're gonna try to fix it. Well, I just noticed the light shining through there. It looks really cool.
Mm-hmm. I love how the top of it is like cloudy, like it's fogged up.
Yeah. I actually thought it was lighting up for a second, but it's just the light shining through. But yeah, we gotta get that on there. I'm not sure which way it sits, so I have to look at the pictures. So there he is holding the hookah. And we had to switch the arms. There's one of the arms is made for holding it. Feels very fragile though, the piece that he's holding. So hopefully they don't break.
Yeah, you have to, there's like grooves in his hand and you have to, it comes apart. You stick it in his hand and slide it back together.
Okay. Now we can put together Salacious Crumb. Alright. So Salacious Crumb has 2 poses that you can do. And this is one of them. This is cross-legged sitting on his pillow. And it's pretty cool.
The limbs are color-coded on the posts that go in. These ones, the ones he has on are red, and then the other poses are all yellow.
But he looks really good. I'd say maybe the face could have been painted a tiny bit better, but the rest, like everything else, the body and everything looks really good.
All his beady little eyes.
Yeah.
And all his limbs are magnetic too, and his head's just magnetic sitting on there.
Well, I do think maybe these little breakable pieces, it's like I think they're supposed to be fur, and they probably could have used real fur. That might have, and then it wouldn't break off. There's this other pose where he's got his leg dangling off and one leg just kind of sitting on the base. That's pretty cool. Also, I don't know if you mentioned, but his head's magnetic and just can be moved around however you want it. So that's really cool. This is the, I guess the laughing head. This is the closed mouth head.
Looks so evil.
Yeah. It's just a weird little creature.
I like his stripy tail.
Yeah. He always remind me of Kermit the Frog. That's probably why I thought of him as a frog, because he looks like Kermit the Frog to me. A little bit. Here's his cups and plate of food, or somebody's plate of food, sitting there. These cups are really nice for little cups. Here's his little frog thing. It's real nice and slimy. Got a bunch of tentacles coming out of it. It's very cool. Okay, we switched some parts out. And we also put the little frog thing into his hand that he pulls out of there. And one thing I forgot to mention, this is like a separate piece. We can actually take it out and look at the little frog that's stuck in there. That's pretty cool.
Maybe that's so if you have him eating it, you don't have it in there.
Maybe. Yeah, we put the relaxed hand here. And then I switched his eyes to the medium eyes. So they're slightly squinted. And obviously the big gross tongue sticking out of his mouth. Yeah. At first I thought that was supposed to be when he was getting choked by Leia. But, I mean, I guess you could use it for that too. I guess that's where he's going to eat the frog. That's one thing about this. It's a 6-scale figure, I guess, supposed to go to the 6-scale toys. And it would be kind of nice if you can move his arms around like he was a figure. But you can't. But it's still really awesome, so.
I mean, it seems like they could have made him his arms move.
Yeah, it does. They went the statue route. Statue with options. But he would look really good next to 6-scale figures, so.
I mean, if they did make his arms move, they would just have them be able to like spin at the shoulder, because I don't think you could do elbow articulation.
Yeah, a joint here would look bad.
Mm-hmm.
And even there might look bad. I mean, as big and fat as his arms is, that a big joint there would be gross looking.
Yeah.
Gross looking, but bad looking.
Well, they could have just used manicotti because they're flexible.
Yeah.
I can't get over his arms look like noodles.
Yeah. Guess we'll try his other face option. So we just switched the mouth so it looks like he's talking. And there's his squinty eyes, which he could be, I don't know, looking down or drowsy or maybe
farting.
Or maybe that's where he's getting joked. I don't know.
He seems like he probably farts a lot.
Probably does. But I doubt we'll be using these eyes for the display.
I really like the wide open ones because his eyes look so cool.
Yeah. And I like the tongue mouth because there's just so much more to look at. It looks cool. But
it's gross.
Really, I could see using any of the mouths, but the tongue mouth is just cool. So there's the Hot Toys Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi, who works for Jabba often, or is hired by Jabba. Well, you can see Jabba is humongous. Standing back there. Not sure if he could sit down. I don't think he can. Or you can stand down here in front. Whatever you do, it looks pretty cool. Here's Jabba next to the 6-inch Black Series Jabba the Hutt and the original 1983 Kenner Jabba the Hutt. Just for a size comparison. Alright, so I like this.
Me too. It's pretty cool.
Yes, I actually love it. And my biggest gripe with it is that I don't know where it's going to go.
We always say that, but it's a serious problem this time.
Like we had some of the 4th scale figures. We're like, I don't know where to put this. And we kind of got it standing in the room on the floor against the wall.
That's not going to work for him.
Can't put them on like a coffee table or nothing like that, or dog would destroy it by accident.
Or the cat, either one.
Yeah. And
the cat would do it on purpose.
We have detolfs, but we have a double wide ones. They're not actually detolf, but basically is what it is a double wide detolf. He will not fit in there. We have a really big case in our one room, which I thought I'd stick him in there temporarily. His base will not fit in there.
Absolutely not. His body would barely fit in there. It's not wide enough. And even sticking him on top of cases, I'm too afraid that something would fall and get broken, or
And
that he would be too heavy and damage it.
He's pretty heavy. So I don't think I'm gonna have to make something or.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like build him a shelf somewhere, and I don't even know where we have space to put a shelf.
Yeah, it's just like something's got to go away, be put away, and him take the spot of it. I just don't know.
Yeah.
But as for the figure itself, I love it.
Yeah, I'm glad that we got him, especially since we got such a deal. Because if it was full price, I do not think I would have supported the decision, no matter how awesome he was, because that's just too much.
Yeah.
But I mean, as is, you didn't pay that much more for him than I did for my power armor.
Yeah,
so.
it wasn't that much more than that.
And he's way bigger.
And like the sculpt and paint on him, all of his body is so good, and his base.
Mm-hmm.
And Salacious Crumb. Other than Salacious Crumb's face. Maybe it's accurate to the movie, it just seems a little less nice on his face. Around his eyes, mostly. The hookah looks really good, and I like the water. It really looks like there's, or whatever that stuff is in there. Whatever that liquid is.
Slime.
Yeah. Swamp water, or who knows what it is. But it looks really nice. It looks like it's really wet. And all the pillows are really nice. They're actually pretty fancy pillows. And his rugs. And all the options for Jabba are really cool. Different expressions, different positions for his arms. And then there's 2 poses you can do for Salacious Crumb. Well, you can move his head around too, so you can get other poses, sort of.
And I actually really like both of his poses.
Yeah, me too.
I even like all these freaking pillows. They actually have, like, beans in them. Like, they have weight to them.
Yeah. And they're all, like, this one even looks like it's weathered.
Mm-hmm. I think it would look good with him in his cross-legged pose, sitting right in the middle of that one.
Yeah. Yeah, this figure, or set, I guess I should say, is pretty impressive. And I think even if Hot Toys did make one eventually, and if it did turn out to be better than this one, I don't think I regret getting this one, because it is just so good. If they made something better, then it would be just like, whatever, this one's awesome.
Yeah, I think this one's awesome, and we're definitely not going to buy another one even if they make it, so I'm more than happy with this one.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye. I'm Luke Skywalker, and I'm here to rescue you.
Aren't you a little short for a person?
Wait a second. This is all wrong. What is Yoda? What are you doing here? I'm so confused. Whatever. I can't think about that now. Jabba, you will turn over Han Solo in the Wookiee to me. The great Jabba said. I know what he said, 3PO. This isn't funny, Yoda. Hey, you seen Samuel L. Jackson anywhere? I got some business to take care of with him. I don't know who that is. What? What is so funny? You big fat tubba. The great Jabba has passed gas. Oh, I can smell it. Oh, hey lady, you're on your own.
Hey everyone, it's Clementine from The Walking Dead, and you are watching Mr. Evilcheese and Zombie Cat. Don't be a shitbird and subscribe already. Do it. Thanks.